Does Toledo deserve their Michelin recognition?
Let's see.
Hello everyone, I'm Jay.
And I'm Sam.
And you are watching the Theme Park Foodies, and we're back at Disney's Coronado Springs Resort to dine at the very top of the Gran Destino Tower, Toledo. I have dined there once. I actually did a review on there without Sam.
I got sick.
Yeah.
We were on vacation. It was before we lived here. And
Yeah.
I missed out on the dinner, so
Was-
now I'm
yeah.
getting my revenge.
Yeah, Sam has come back. And I think, what did I say when I dined there, Sam? I said, I don't think you missed much.
But I also felt like maybe you were saying that to make me like not feel bad about missing it.
I wasn't that impressed by Toledo. I've said multiple times that we've dined at every place inside the Coronado Springs Resort, and my favorite place out of all of them is Three Bridges at Villa Del Lago.
Dahlia Lounge is very good too.
Dahlia Lounge is right across. It's actually also at the top of the Gran Destino Tower, and it's across from Toledo. So the Coronado Springs Resort has a Spanish and Mesoamerican or Latin American type of theme. The Coronado Springs Tower itself is themed after Walt Disney and Salvador Dali's film Destino. You can actually watch that on Disney Plus. And then Toledo is all Spanish cuisine. So 80% of their wines actually come from Spain, and the interior of the restaurant is beautiful, right, Sam?
Yes, it's a 1930s avant-garde style. There's like beautiful vaulted ceiling. They have floor-to-ceiling windows, so you have beautiful views of the parks. You can see fireworks.
Yeah, from the back end you can actually see the Magic Kingdom fireworks. They have a stained glass ceiling where it actually changes color throughout the night, and they have trees.
Olive trees, I think.
Yeah. It's a beautiful resort, and that's one of the reasons we really wanted to dine there. It was actually closed when we stayed here, and you don't need to watch those old videos because they're not as good, but I will link them below if you're interested.
I wouldn't even mention that there was an old video.
Since we had last dined here, they have gotten Michelin recognition, one of the few restaurants on Walt Disney property to have it. When I heard that, I mean, Fly Pig has it too, but when I heard that, I was like, I wasn't that impressed. It was never one of the places that I suggest to go to, but maybe they've increased or bettered their game since we were last here, right?
Excited to go. It's a beautiful restaurant.
Yeah.
It's rooftop.
We get to go to the roof. It's going to be beautiful views no matter what, and we're going to have a great time no matter what, but maybe, just maybe, this will be one of our newer favorite restaurants in all of Walt Disney World, or maybe it's not as good as Michelin says it is, but we're going to find out. You ready?
Who is Michelin anyway?
It's the tire company. Strangely enough, right? Isn't that weird? The tire
What?
company rates restaurants? Michelin
What?
tires, yeah. They do it because you travel throughout the country, and you I can't believe you didn't know. Wow.
I thought you were saying that as a joke.
No,
But anyway,
serious.
Let's just, we're late anyway.
All right,
Let's go.
if you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe. Join us for our dinner at the very top of Disney's Gran Destino Tower. All right, let's head into the Gran Destino. This is also where you'll check in for Coronado Springs. Beautiful lanterns to the left and right as you walk in here. We will need to bear left to get to the elevators to take us to the top of this resort. This is one of Disney's convention resorts, so there are a lot of great areas to get some work done in here. A lot of desks and USB ports. The elevators here feel very luxurious too. Yeah, so we need to go to the top, so floor 16. It's not working. Got it. And we're going to this elevator, LB. See, there's nothing in here, it's just open and close. All right, and here we are, the top level. To the right will be Dahlia Lounge, and to the left will be Toledo. All right, we're all checked in. Definitely a beautiful restaurant. You can see the open kitchen straight to the back. Beautiful views out of both windows to see some of the theme parks. I can definitely see why Michelin was impressed, but we gotta see how the food is. We got a beautiful corner booth, Sam. Very nice. All right, so we have the menu. They're known for their tapas and their starters, as well as the Spainard for two, which is like their take on a charcuterie board. A lot of fish on the menu. But I think Sam and I are actually going to get the chef's signature dinner for two.
Oh, it comes with the charcuterie.
Yeah, it comes with the Spainard. With the charcuterie, it comes with a flight, giant bone-in ribeye, 32 ounces, and then a dessert bar at the end. And then the entrees, a bunch of interesting things. You get a lot of fish, sustainable fish, scallops, but they also have the filet of beef. They have this on like every Disney restaurant menu. Roja braised chicken, probably not saying that right. Then there's the ribeye again, brick oven cauliflower, so a good vegan dish. Their sides are a la carte. You get 2 sides though with the dinner for 2, and they're known for this olive oil potato puree. On the opposite side, you can find the wine list. Now, as far as their drinks go, you will find a specialty gin drink because they have the Dahlia Lounge across the way, which is known for their gin. We have liked the Espumoso punch in the past. They also have obviously beers, ciders, drafts, hard ciders, and then the zero-proof cocktail. So I think I'm gonna get this one right here. All right, so we're starting off with the mocktail that I chose to get. What is this called, Sam?
This is a Ponche de Frutas. This is Hubert's pomegranate limeade, sweet and sour, pineapple, blackberry, and soda water.
It's fruity. It's like an adult fruit punch, but not so adult because it has no alcohol in it. I like it. It's refreshing. I'll give it an 8. I think it's a good mocktail. I like there's live fruit in it. Not alive. Is fruit alive? And then you got the little crushed ice in there. It's nice. All right, so for our appetizers for the chef's signature dinner for 2 are here. Sam is going to start off with the flights of the
4 Pinxtos.
Flight of the 4 Pinxtos. So what's on this, Sam?
So this is tortilla española. This is chilled mussels. This is olive oil poached tuna with lemon. And then this is a blue cheese with fig and honey.
So I think I'll stick to the...
This looks very fancy. I feel like it looks too fancy for me to eat, to be honest.
It does look fancy. I think I'm gonna stick to the fish. You're gonna try the non-fish items on here, right?
Yeah. So the tortilla española. So this is a Spanish potato omelet. I feel like it looks more like a quiche than an omelet. And it has spinach and I think olives in it. Spinach, potato, and olives. It looks very interesting. It's so different. It's an omelet made out of potatoes. It's pretty good, and it has like these nice layers. And the spinach, like I don't love spinach, but I don't mind it in this. I'm gonna give it a 7.
Nice. It does look like a fancy thing.
So I was kind of looking at it like, I don't know if that's something I'm gonna like, but it's pretty good.
What's eggs? You like eggs. Well, it's potatoes. You like potatoes. Yeah, omelet threw me off. All right, now you're gonna have your cracker with blue cheese.
Yes, blue cheese with fig and honey. It's warm.
Oh, interesting.
Very blue cheese heavy, so I like blue cheese, so it's not a problem for me, but if you don't like blue cheese, you won't like this. It's warm, and the crostini, so like the fig and the honey is like warmed up. Nice and crispy crostini. And the pungent blue cheese goes really nice with the sweet honey and fig. It's like a nice balance. Good, super blue cheese heavy. I will give this a 7.
Another 7, all right. All right, I'm gonna start off with the mussels. You know what, I'm happy they took them out of the shells and they put them on here. The shells they're always my problem with mussels. They always make it so messy, but this is not messy. It looks fancy.
It's very fancy.
You see the seasoning right on the outside there. Very light bite. They taste very fresh. Mussels usually have like a fishy flavor. Not fishy at all. Definitely some spice on there. I like those a lot. I'm gonna give that an 8. I feel like that's a high quality mussel. All right, so I guess, I mean, I'll just pick it up, right? It's so tiny.
So this is olive oil poached tuna with lemon.
With lemon flavor. Again, very fresh. Nice lemony aftertaste.
I have like just like a blue cheese mouth right now. I feel like the opposite of fresh.
And sometimes when you have tuna and it's like rawish, it's gonna be chewy. That falls apart.
Maybe Michelin was on to something.
I'm gonna go 9. That was really good. That was very good. Like kind of like rawish tuna. It was like room temperature. Nice bite, good lemon, zesty aftertaste. Fall apart in your mouth. Just the right amount of saltiness. It was good. Okay, so this is the meat and cheese board. This is the charcuterie board. Does it say exactly what's in this, Sam, or do they change this up?
I do think they change it up. I do know that there's blue cheese, there's a manchego, there's apricots, there's chorizo, there's prosciutto. Well, literally, I don't even know if I can have any more blue cheese after. Even though that thing I had was so tiny, it was so powerful. The bread looks really good.
And you get 2 types of it. You get this cracker, little apricot sweetness. around there. And the blue cheese, the light blue cheese flavor, complements it. Wow, that's good. Okay, let's try apricot. Olives and chorizo. I like it.
I feel like this is similar to the stuff that they have at Dahlia Lounges and their charcuterie.
Not my favorite charcuterie board in Disney. It's a good charcuterie board. You know what my favorite charcuterie board is, right, Seb?
No. Oh, yeah. I feel like that's not like a typical charcuterie board, though.
Charcuterie board. Ooh, hard cheese.
I think that's Minchengo.
Yeah. Good. It's good though. I'm gonna give it a 7. 7's above average, just so you know our rating system. 5 is like average. So macadamia nuts. Is it macadamia nuts? Yeah, I'm gonna stick with a 7. I'm interested in your thoughts though, Sam. All right, Sam made herself a little sandwich.
This ham is like so like thinly sliced.
It's very dried out too. Now, does the bread taste fresh? I actually didn't try it, but I only tried the cracker.
That's so good. The cheese though is like overpowering the meat, but I can barely taste the meat.
It's a pungent cheese.
Very, very good. This bread is really delicious. Let me just have a piece of it. I think it's like the perfect level of saltiness. I think the move is to make the little sandwich. I like this. And like you said, I don't think it's my favorite charcuterie board, but it does have a lot of things that I do like.
Not everything can be your favorite.
I appreciate the variety of things. Really good bread too, and I think the bread really ties it together. When you have a good bread, it's good. I agree with your 7.
Yeah, it's like definitely above average.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, so we got our entree, the bone-in ribeye, 36 ounces?
34.
34 ounces. This is beautiful. Look at that char on the exterior. It comes with the nice little peppers on the side and tomatoes.
Tomatoes and onions.
Oh, onions. This is definitely a yellow pepper, though. Or is that a yellow?
It's a yellow tomato.
I want to get a nice center cut. We asked for it medium rare. Does it look medium rare to you? We also get 2 sides with this. What were our sides, Sam?
We got the Brussels sprouts, which were recommended, and then the olive oil potato puree.
Let's get a good end cut. Look at that little fat at the end, but I want some of that red. And nice char. And look at it cooked through. Beautifully cooked. Good amount of fat on the end. I'm gonna try the. Wow, this is an orange tomato.
I told you.
Get the flavors together. So crispy on the top. Soft in the center. That's a good steak. And it looks like we're gonna have something to bring home to Frank's.
We better, Jason. That's a lot of meat. We're definitely saving him some.
That's a very good steak. And look at this bone. It's the whole. I could just bite that. I'll give that a 9. I think it's a really good steak. It's well seasoned.
I feel like you're, picky about your steak too. So
I'm a steak and potatoes type of guy. It's nice and salty on top. No, it's not salty. It's not too salty on top. It's the right amount of salt, right amount of flavoring. It's just very well done. Very good ribeye, and it's thick, it's big, delicious. All right, so these are the olive oil potatoes, right, Sam?
yes.
All right, so let's try a little of those. Let me try the other side too. You said that you already had a bite of the Brussels sprouts, right?
Those are the best Brussels sprouts I've ever had.
All right, they're the best you've ever had, and I'll have to start with them.
Like they're crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. I think that they have agave glaze on them or something. Gives it like the sweetness. Like they're really good.
You're right, very light sweetness.
That's how Brussels sprouts should be prepared.
Balanced with the flavor. I'm thinking Wine Bar George, because again, nothing's too salty, nothing's too peppery there. Flavors are very balanced. What would you give the Brussels sprouts then?
For a Brussels sprout, I'm gonna give it a 10 just because I don't know how you can make a better Brussels sprout.
I have had Brussels sprouts that I've enjoyed more.
Oh, where?
I'm a connoisseur.
Where have you had better where have you had better Brussels sprouts? Because I would like to have them. Oh, you can't think of it? Must be not that memorable. Oh, in Long Island?
Palmer's American Grill on Long Island. You didn't have the microphone on me, so I was waiting for you. Palmer's has very good Brussels sprouts. I'll give them a 9. I'm gonna go 9 with the Brussels sprouts. All right, the potato puree. They don't even say it's mashed, they say it's a puree. Fall apart. Obviously, they're already falling apart, they're pureed. But like melt in your mouth. Perfect with the olive oil. Look at this light little peppering. Yeah, those are great. Reminds me, my mom used to make really good mashed potatoes. Reminds me of hers because she would mash them down. There would be nothing left. There was no bite of potato in that, it was just pureed down. I'm gonna give that a 10. Because it's a nostalgic type of flavor to me. So good. All right, so Sam is going to try the steak now.
I love the char is really good.
Yeah, it's like crispy on top.
So good.
It has a very light saltiness, but it's not too salty. Like very balanced with the flavor. Orange tomato.
They're very sweet. It's good. I agree with your 9.
Right, like
it's very well prepared.
It's an amazing steak. I have had better steak on Disney property. I think when we went to, but given they're usually cuts of Wagyu or very high quality cuts of beef. This is probably right underneath like a California grill steak that I've had previously, or Shula's, you know.
I'm loving this meal. I hope that dessert also is as good as everything that we've had leading up to it because I think it's been pretty good.
All right, Sam is about to try the puree of potato.
Oh my god.
It falls apart in your mouth, right?
It's so good. I think it's like the perfect complement to this delicious steak with the char. You get like the texture from the char that's on the outside, but then you have just like a smooth, creamy, very puree.
Steak and potatoes.
I definitely recommend, if you get the meal that we got for 2, I definitely think that those are the sides to go with this steak.
What do you give it, 1 out of 10?
I'm gonna give the potatoes a 9.
9? Okay, you went right under 10. They're nostalgic for me, so I could see why you went 9.
Nostalgia factor with the potatoes, but they are amazing.
Our dinner comes with dessert, but I wanted to show you the other dessert offerings they have. So they have the Toledo tapas bar, which is like a combination of things. An almond cheesecake, which sounds pretty good. Classic crema catalana, cafe con leche. It's like a Spanish coffee custard, and this looks really good. Chocolate avocado mousse. They actually have a lot of this in New York, believe it or not. And I know it sounds strange, avocado mousse, but it actually is pretty good. They also have these press pot coffees without alcohol, and they have these specialty Spanish and traditional specialty coffees. And on the other side, they do have some dessert wines, and they have some hot beverages with alcohol. All right, so the dessert that comes with the dinner for 2 is
the Toledo Tapas Bar Dessert. A progressive dessert tasting with the flavors of vanilla cheesecake, lemon curd, raspberry mousse, chocolate mousse, and Spanish coffee custard. I do feel like this is going to be hard to split, so if we both want to try...
We'll each do a couple flavors. I feel like you got to try the coffee custard side. So the bottom part is a vanilla wafer, and the top part's a little... Oh, sorry, chocolate wafer.
Let's see how it feels.
You could have took the whole thing.
No, I want you to be able to try it too. Oh, it's hard.
I would say that's the one weakness of this sharing thing, is it kind of leans into you getting 2 desserts if you want to try a few things. But we're pretty full. That steak was huge.
It's so rich and smooth and creamy, and then there is like a wafer bottom. Kind of like Kit Kat, you know, the wafer.
How are you going to get another tasting?
What?
You got to try another tasting too, right?
Wow. I like that. And I like how you can experience the different flavors. I'm gonna do the cheesecake. I feel like though I didn't get like a strong coffee flavor though from that one, but I do.
I think you should just take the whole top part.
I like the bar. I do like the bar.
So is the wafer like airy?
The cheesecake's very sour. It's really good. Hard to share though, and I also I want you to be able to experience them too, so I don't want to.
I think we just gotta pick some flavors we're each gonna try, you know?
I'm not the biggest fan of lemon, so I'm gonna try to get a little raspberry. Or I'm gonna just ruin the whole thing.
That's what I was saying, just don't even worry about it, just take the top.
I want you to have some too though.
I'm gonna have some. All right, so Sam got a bit on her shirt, so I think she's gonna rate it as I try mine.
My white dress is ruined. I do think it's a really fun dessert. I think it tastes good. I don't think it's a good sharing dessert though, so I would give it a 7. They just brought me some soda water to get the stain out of my dress.
I love the taste of the airy wafer with the tart raspberry. Very good. Let me try the milk chocolate.
It's a really good bar. It just, if you both want to try all the flavors on top, it is kind of hard to split it.
Like you said, it's very rich.
Creamy.
I think raspberry is the way to go though. Not a lot of coffee flavors in the coffee. I give it an 8. I think it's really good. What do you think about 8?
I said 7. Just because I don't like that it's hard to share.
It's not a very shareable dessert, but it's a shareable menu. So I think for that, like, there's a shortcoming there. But other than that, like, it tastes very good. I like rich, dark chocolate, and that's what this flavor is. Then when you add the raspberry and the tartness, for me, it's like a near perfect dessert. But the tastings with the fact that it is a shareable is a shortcoming of it. But still, I think for $155 for everything that we got, you can go to some fine.
All right, let's talk about this in the outro.
Again, some fine steakhouses, that steak itself could be worth close to $100. So I think we got a pretty decent deal, although it's still expensive. Now it's time to go home to Frank. The Barcelona Lounge out there does have really good coffee in the morning too. So does Toledo deserve its Michelin recognition? I don't know. I don't work for Michelin. I think it was really good. And I think honestly, in hindsight, this meal was much better than the last meal that I had here. Again, if you do see that video, don't judge. It's not that great.
Also, I'm not in it, so.
And I wanted to say, Sam, I think that the factor of making this a Michelin recognized restaurant for me was your presence. Seriously though, I mean, like, having you there, the atmosphere,
also,
the beautiful restaurant.
Me staining my white dress.
Yeah, that happens.
I'm happy you can't see it right now because it's pretty bad. I tried to clean it and it made it 10 times worse.
But also, we were able to get the meal for 2. So,
yeah, so
I think that was really
you
good.
could get that steak alone for $110. So for $45 more, we got 2 of those fancy appetizers.
Yeah.
The steak, 2 sides, which the sides were amazing.
Yeah.
They were like perfect for that steak, and then that really fun dessert.
We have leftovers too, so we'll be bringing some steak home to Frank.
A lot of leftovers. That was a big piece of meat.
Yeah, no, definitely. It was I had a great time. It was good service. You will have to wait a bit for the food. That usually happens at the fine dining restaurants.
So
you know?
it did take over 2.5 hours for everything. So if you're in a rush, this might not be where you want to go. But if you want to have a similar experience without like the full sit down, you could just go to Dahlia Lounge. They have like a similar menu.
They have some tapas in there.
Lower scale, still
good
fun drinks, great views. So from where I was sitting, I had a view of Hollywood Studios and Tower of Terror. And from Jay's point of view, he could see Magic Kingdom. Like I think that's
Castle.
really unique.
Yeah.
It's a great location. It's such a beautiful restaurant.
Aesthetic was definitely on point, and I want to say the food I had this time was much higher quality than the food I had last time. I could definitely see this being a Michelin rated restaurant this time around. The steak also, I'm gonna go up to 10 because I'm rating off of preparation based off the cut. I can't imagine a much better ribeye, and I want to say I think that ribeye was better than the ribeye I got over at Chuleton Steakhouse.
We'll see what Frank thinks.
I'm sure he'll enjoy it. And if you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Liking will really help our channel grow. It pushes this video out into the stratosphere of the YouTube algorithm. Helps other people find the video. Subscribing, it also helps our channel grow. Hit the bell notification so that way you're notified every time when videos come out, which is when, Sam?
Every Monday and Thursday at 12 p.m.
Thanks so much for watching. Don't count the days.
Make the days count.
We will see you next time. That's all, folks. All right, it's time for Frank's ribeye steak from a Michelin recommended restaurant. Michelin recognized restaurant. All right, it has been finely chopped. You have to cut it real thin for him because he just knocks it back. It's like Stone Cold with a beer. All right, Frank, you ready? What do you think he likes more, this or the filet mignon from Food and Wine?
He's also had Le Cellier steak. He's also had California Grill.
I think his favorite was the California Grill. Although he eats them all the same.
There's more up there.